Hey guys, how you doing? It's Kevtech here bringing another video on information technology. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Saturday. And today I want to go over how to create a Microsoft server using GCP. Obviously, if you're new to my channel, know what to do. Rate, comment, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. So today I want to go over cloud services, Google Cloud Partitioner or Google Cloud Services to create virtual VMs. The reason I'm going over this is I've done AWS, I've done Azure. Now let's go over GCP real quick. And it's easy, super easy. It's not going to be complicated. The only problem I have with this is that the fact that they don't really have Windows 10 virtual VMs that you could set up from scratch. You would have to actually import and do a bunch of stuff in order to get a virtual VM Windows 10 to work, which sucks because I would have loved to do that. It's like extra steps just to get that to work. So if Google's watching this, yeah, I suggest like you guys step your game up a little bit, and actually add Windows operating systems like 10 or 11 on it. Like that's not available. Like what the heck, Try to make life a lot easier if we're trying to learn information, if that makes sense. But let me share my screen and we'll get started. All right. Screen two. All right, so right now I'm right here. So you have to enable computer engineer when you first start. So I went into free trial. It says get started with a free trial. I clicked on it and you get $300 to start. And I believe it's good for a certain amount of days. So you get access to do all the stuff right here. You have your secret manager, and it's pretty cool actually. I'm gonna go over some Google stuff the next couple of weeks because I love to go over Google stuff as well. Now let's create an instance because people are asking, how do you do that? It's super easy. You need to create an instance, right? And when you do that, it's gonna ask you for a name. So what name do you want to give it? And then this is the budget for it. So it's 2865. So I'm gonna put server 2022, right? And thanks for some reason it thinks I'm in Las Vegas when I'm not. So measure must contain start with lowercase letters. So we're gonna do let's see if it complains about that. Doesn't seem like it does. All right, good. And then here, I'm not sure why that's coming. Let's see what they have here. They have a Las Vegas. I'm not from Las Vegas, so I'm not sure why that's coming up. I love Vegas, guys. Don't get me wrong. It's just random. They put me as Vegas. All right, whatever. I'll leave it alone. All right. And then here is like what do you want what space and memory you want to use? Is want to use 1 gig. If we're gonna set up a server, obviously it needs to be at least 8 gigs of RAM, right? It just doesn't make any sense. It's high performance, right? So should let me change it. So it's complaining about the regions is US West 1A. So it says me I have to change this. So to select three standard, choose a different zone, right? So it says you could use US West 1B, 1A. So I have to change this. So do US West 1 region, then I'll change this to West A, and then that message should go away. So it's complaining about that. It's $153 now, and then it's 21 cents hourly. The total is $150. So that's what I will be spending. But don't worry, I'm gonna delete this instance which we're done. And then it says enable to display capture recording tools. If you want to turn that on, you can enable it. It says confidential computing is disabled on this VM instance. You want to enable that, container deploy, change. And then it says here identity API access. And then it has a bunch of other stuff over here. And yeah. And then here it has this is like your machine configurations is general, high performance, memory. And then here it's complaining about the memory again. So it says here you have to use US West 4A or B. So I don't have that here. So we're gonna change it back to we're gonna go here and look at the other ones. I'm just gonna leave it as general purpose, it's fine. And then here you could change this right here. So then this is where you pick the operating system, like what image do you want it to use? Because right now it's using Debian, which is not what I want. And you have other ones here like Windows Server, which is cool. And then you could see here that Windows 10 is not an option, which is why I was complaining about. Did that make sense earlier? It's like, come on, guys, what the hell happened to Windows 10? Why is Windows 10 not here? Send them more right here. They actually have different servers here. You can actually go, it's SQL. You can go back here and then change it back to Windows Server. And then you want to make sure you select the right one. You don't want to select the wrong one. So this is Windows Server 2022. This is a data center. And then here you want to do balanced persistent disk, or you want to do SSD persistent disk. And then the cool thing about this too is that you not only you have different options here, right? You can put how much space you want to put. Do you wanna create a snapshot schedule for this? Like if you want to back it up, and we're not gonna do that today. They're just showing you some cool stuff here. And then you select that. So it's Windows 10 runners cannot be created while the free trial programs enable VM base. You must VM based on the server just cannot be created so when you click on upgrade, activate. This doesn't bother me anymore. That must go away. And then we're gonna do create. Just give that a second. Just trying to create it right now. Just bear with me. So you see, like it's like pretty easy to set up, pretty easy to do. It's not like super duper complicated because sometimes people think it's complicated to set up a virtual VM on a cloud like GCP. It's not. You hit the dots right here. You have create base, create machine logs. Here you have set Windows password. So this is going to be my username, right? Since the account already exists, existing password can cost this, so that's fine. We're going to set that as KPartner63, right? So that's going to be my username for that account to log into the actual VM. And then this is my unique password. So you want to save your password somewhere on your computer in order to log into that VM. So then what we do is we're going to open up a notepad. I'm going to copy and paste, put that on my notepad. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to download this is the Google Cloud. It's a Windows password. So you could set the Windows password, but here you have your Google Cloud command to reset password. So I could reset my password if I want to reset it. I could do it in here. I'm not going to do that. Just showing you could reset it if you forget it. And then I'm a little lazy when it comes to RDP. I'm just going to hit download RDP and I'm going to click on it. And then I'm gonna hit connect, right? And just give it a second. You gotta have patience with this, right? It says it's up, so it should let you in. You gotta wait a little bit. Yeah, so it's still not working. I'll do it again, download. And it worked that time. So see, this is my IP address, 34.105.83.60. It matches what I'm trying to connect to. And then this is asking for my password. Remember that weird password, that crazy password we had? Yes, you said okay. Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day. So today's video is sponsored by Kevtech Academy. So as you can see on my screen, Kevtech Academy is absolutely free. We have some pay what you can courses, but also we have courses that are only as low as $10. So if you go to www or www.kevtechitsupport.com right now, and if you click on Microsoft Azure training, if you scroll all the way down, it starts as low as $0. Pay what you can. You click buy now. And this has over 7 to 8 hours of content. This is free right now. You can pay what you can. We also have, if you're learning about IT support, you're trying to prepare for a job interview, we have our IT support interview preparation for a limited time. It's available for free. We pay what you can right now until probably the end of this weekend. Well, it would be $10 once I put the price at $10. So it'll be as low as $10. And if you want to do Server 2022 training, I have another video right here on Server 2022 where I cover operating systems. I cover introduction to Server Manager, server machines, Active Directory, real-life IT support issues, hardware fundamentals, folder permissions, group policy, delegation access, security groups, OUs, etc., RSAT tools, all the stuff you need to know for IT support, and basically in $10 video course for a couple hours a day. And then the last but not least, if you're a little bit more like you want more like hands-on training, coaching with me, I literally just created this a few days ago, which is called Coaching with Kevin. So we brand yourself, we go over your LinkedIn profile, we would go over your resume, we'll do some training with you. I'll give you some career advice. I'll give you all the advice you possibly can need to get ready for that job that you're going for. And also you get an access to a private Discord with me directly. So you get to speak to me directly because I know some people sometimes message me and I don't respond to you because I get hundreds and hundreds of messages a day. Here is an opportunity for you to work together with me on a monthly subscription, $125 a month. You get to meet up with me every week. And yeah, and I help you with everything you possibly need. And you stay with me as long as you like, basically for the remainder of that month, as long as you stay subscribed to my subscription. And then that's it. And hopefully that helps you guys out. Check it out. I have free resources there. So like I always say in all my other videos, and when I do mentoring calls, take advantage of my free stuff first before you pay anything. With that being said, let's get back to the video. Asking for my password. Remember that weird password, that crazy password we had? Yes, you said okay. And I was trying to connect to that server. And now we're on that server. So super easy. I just set up a server. And you could, if you want, you can learn Active Directory this way. You know, everyone, whatever works for you, whatever makes you happy. You know, or as I say, whatever floats your boat. We're 100% connected. And then here, like, because we have this over here, so I could just click on this. I click on this PC. I right click on this PC. And then I want to find out more information about this VM, and look, it has 16 gigs of RAM. It's like more than enough. So it's running like a savage, right? Like a beast. And I can rename it. So if I do rename, and I could do DCMY-01, the domain controller. And we'll change the name and restart now, and restart that bad boy real quick. So I'm gonna get that annoying error message. So I just renamed it. So we're gonna refresh that real quick. And it's still gonna be the same IP address. Don't worry about other stuff. Still gonna be the IP address, just rebooting. That's why it's like this. This is like spinning like crazy because it's thinking about rebooting. And then we could go back to the same RDP session because it's the same IP address. It has not changed whatsoever. And then we're gonna put that crazy password, and then we're gonna hit yes, and then we should connect to it, and it should let you back in, which it did. And then that's it. So that's how you set up a Server 2022 instance on a Google GCP or Google Cloud Services. Super easy, not complicated. You saw it, like I didn't kill myself to set it up. There's a few other things you could do here. I'm gonna do manage. And do add roles and features. That should show you that it's similar, identical to when you set up on a VirtualBox. And yeah, and then you just hit Active Directory Domain Services, add features, next, right, next, install. And that's it. So this is easy. It's not complicated. I literally just set up Active Directory from scratch. And you can see that it's the same thing as setting it up on Microsoft Azure. The layout is different, but it's almost similar, right? So like if I go to, let me open up Microsoft for a second. See if it lets me in. I'll wait for this to be set up. It's trying to redirect me to my school address because I'm a teacher for a college. It's not letting me do that one. All right, that's fine. I'm not gonna stress it out if it doesn't work. Let me see if I can open this one. Yes, it's trying to authenticate me with my other account. I have to remove it manually. All right, that's fine. No biggie. All right, so then to promote the server, Same thing as I always done before, adding new forest, right? You do kevtech.com. Because I did pass lab recently. He calls it .local, so I'm gonna copy whatever Pat does. It's gonna call infosec pack says .local, so I'm gonna copy that version of it, and then put a password in here real quick. Get that set up real quick, and it should be set. It should install Active Directory services on this virtual VM for cloud services. It says verification for domain control permission failed. The local administrator becomes the domain administrator account when you create a new domain. The new domain cannot be created because the local administrator account does not meet requirements. Currently the local administrator account is blank, which might lead to security issues. I recommend you do control delete using user command line or use set up a strong password. So it's complaining about the password. So let me see something here. So that's a new one for me. So we'll do manage. We're gonna do computer management. On here, is it complaining about? It says the built-in. Let me see. Administrator. The local administrator. It's not. I don't think it's. Well, it's probably this one. Let me see something. Let me see if I do this. Because my Kponario account has a password on it. So yeah, that worked. There we go. Now I can install it. So so you guys sometimes you gotta read error messages because sometimes you're like, oh, what the hell they're talking about. So in this scenario, the built-in it was complaining about the built-in account. Because usually when you remote in for the first time, you log in with the administration built-in account in some cases, some scenarios. But I'm logging in with Kevtech, so it's complaining that this doesn't have a password on it. So I had to reset the password on this, even though it's disabled. You see like the arrow pointing down. It was complaining about it, which is why it was not letting me get past the next screen for domain controller services or domain services or setting up Active Directory, if that makes sense. So it should be good now. It should work now. So it's gonna restart. So just give it a second. So just give it a second here. And then yeah, and we should be on our way after that. So this is gonna try to reboot again for the 7,000th time because IT is always about waiting. IT is about waiting and rebooting 1,000 times. So constantly waiting for a VM to actually do anything. So here you have machine images, you have instant templates, you have storage over here, you have servers, you have networks, you have zones, you have settings. So it's just trying to come back up. You have permissions here. So like if you want, you could change the permissions over here. So like this permissions for this, right? Like the owner is kind of the important area, and I'm pretty sure can't edit it, right? Added principal. Principals are users in groups domain service accounts. So you could probably add somebody here and then just give them editor access or give them some access to certain things, which is kind of cool. I'm not gonna mess with that today, but just looking at that. It's permissions. Let me see if this works. Let me see if I can log in again. Yeah, so looks like it's back up. That's pretty fast actually. Okay, I was thinking about it again. So to set up the domain controller, so this is going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to happen super duper fast. So that's my GCP account. So I logged in my GCP California account on this server. I just want to show you like because I know this seems easy for someone that's brand new to well not sorry that easiest one is brand. This is easy for someone that has experience, right? Like Kev, you done a video on server 2022 1,000 times, but I want to show you that you could do it on the cloud as well. So if you want to learn server 2022, you could do it on GCP, and you know you don't have to kill yourself. Like I just created it, right? I'm not like it's literally up now. Just we're just trying to open it up right now. It's not rocket science, also not complicated. It's not something that, tell people, oh, it's a lot of work or it's overwhelming. It's not. Like, sure, you guys could figure out how to do it. I had someone that reached out to me on Discord and he did Active Directory on server 2022 on GCP. And I'm like, oh, you did it on GCP? Oh yeah, Kevin. Oh man, I should probably make a video on that because someone probably wants to know how to do it. And just keep in mind that I have Windows 10 Pro. You gotta have Windows 10 Pro or Enterprise. Um, just saying, because I don't want you guys trying to use a home edition that does not support RDP services, and then you can't remote into your VM. So just keep that in mind. And I'm gonna say that again. Make sure you have Windows 10 Pro or Enterprise or a Windows 10 or 11 operating system that supports RDP, or otherwise it's not gonna work, which is Remote Desktop Protocol, which is this thing obviously. So this is not, you don't see this on your computer, it's not gonna work. Just saying. Okay. All right. So to see a Microsoft, so like this is up. You could launch setup on this and set this up if you want. And I'm not going to configure this, but yeah, just cancel this. It's fine. Yeah, so that's basically what it is for this. And then yeah, now our user computer is set up, and then you're good to go after that. And it just shows you like this is easy, right? And now this is all set up. It's all fine and dandy. Then what I do is I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna type ipconfig. We have IT at 10.138.0.2. And I'm gonna open up my own computer and try to ping that IP address 110.138.0.2. It's probably not gonna work. Yeah, request timeout, request timeout, request timeout. And then I could probably go to, this is the internal IP address. I'm getting request timeout. And then let me see if I could do ping 34 or 34.105.83. It's probably gonna work, and it does work. So this IP address works. So that's the external IP address for this one. So yeah, that's it. Like I could go further. I've done videos on this several times already. I'm not gonna make more video. I'm not gonna make a long video because I don't want to go over a bunch of stuff I have covered already. But obviously, like with Active Directory, you could right click here and then hit new users, and you can make a brand new account. So I could call it Troy, like the movie Troy from, Troy, the movie Troy, when they got Troy and the battle of Troy, and they had the horse and the Trojan horse and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So I could also right click here again, and then another user, and then call him Iron Man. Yes, I do watch a lot of Avengers and DC Marvel movies. Um, and then just put an account here, or you could right click an account here, and then call it Ryu, like from Street Fighter. If you're a Street Fighter fan, um, I am. I love Street Fighters. I love Street Fighters. And then you go ahead and right click here again, and you can make another account, and then we'll call it We'll call it Ash from Pokemon. So Ash has an account now. I should be able to log in. And then we hit next, next, finish, and then that's it. So we have 3 different accounts. Now, if I want to go crazy with this, right? I got a Windows 10 account over here. I could probably make another account and join it to the domain and then have my Windows VM, virtual VM on the domain with that cloud server. That'd be cool. But I'm not gonna do that today. Just to show you. Right? And you just go here, and then you sign out. Now if I want, and I'm done pretty much. And then once I'm done with this, so I don't want it charging me hundreds and hundreds of dollars, I could stop it. So I'm gonna hit stop. Right? It's trying to stop that virtual desktop, that virtual VM on the cloud. So just give it a second. And I'm sure I could probably right click here and then go into billing and find out about billing and find out about what I'm paying for the actual VM because I would like to know what I'm paying for, you know. Yeah, and I'm trying to stop the service. You can delete it too, like you see there's a delete button. It's super easy. Like I literally just created it and it's super easy to use, not complicated. And here's my bill. Like I haven't spent any money yet. See? $0 last 7 days. Like there's no actual money here. Just to show you, because you're probably wondering, oh, he's probably paying for this. I'm not. So the health check issue over here, but there's no my card's on the system, but I'm not paying anything. So I haven't started to pay anything. But I just show you that you can create stuff for free, right? And this is transactions, right? There's nothing there. Documents, payment setup is already set up. Have overview right here. Go back to where I was before. There's nothing here, so it's gonna show you like, oh, it's how you check your credit. This is how you check your information. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So it says VM has been stopped. So yeah, right there. So stop, suspend, and then if I'm done with this, like I don't want to pay anything, I can just delete it. So it's like delete. Just gonna try to delete the actual virtual VM. Because you guys probably wondering how do you get rid of it once you create it, right? Because then you want to start creating a bunch of other stuff. You can. I have a friend that works in cybersecurity for Google. I'm gonna have to get him on my channel at some point. But yeah, and then that's it. So now if you go back to Compute Engine, right? It's gonna be nothing there, basically. You go back to Google Cloud. And the cool thing is I hear you could search Active Directory. And then there's Active Directory here, right? And then you have other stuff here, Active Directory, so server domain controller, right? You click on that. If you do get started, and then you click on that, then it would put it on that first project you have. So like if you go back to here and you go back here, you can make a brand new project and then you could call it a home labs or whatever, right? And then you can start a brand new one. So mine is just called first project. I mean, I could obviously, if I want to change it, I should be able to change it, but it's just called first project. And I could probably go and rename it or whatever, but um Yeah, it's right there actually. We call it Home Labs, and then you just hit save. And there's my ordering logs. Like it's probably this is probably you could probably check stuff that was done on the back end, which there's nothing there right now. These are my labels. There's my service accounts. And then yeah, that's it. Let me go back. Yeah, I haven't used any of my money yet. So it's like $300. It expires July 2024, which is kind of cool. So we'll play around with this because I have some videos I want to make that I have not made. Like for example, a really big one for me, um, that I saw here that piqued my interest was this one. Google Workspace. So there's Google Workspace over here. I haven't touched this yet. But that's it for me. I'm gonna stop sharing. So that's it for me. I hope this helps you out, guys. So that's how you make a virtual VM on the cloud using GCP. With that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day and also set up Active Directory. You just saw how I did it. Easy, simple stuff and create user accounts. All right, later, guys. Bye. Have a good one.